Thank you. Been very creative over the last year to try to stay operating and profitable, ideally. With social distancing in place for so many months, one Phoenix company saw a need to separate people and went with it. Gibby joins us now from Imagecraft. Hi, Gib.
Good morning. Oh, man, look, they've been around since 1979. Take a look at this. When you look at these images, what they do with not only personal images, when they do with professional images, not to mention, you mentioned learning how to social distance, learning how to get creative with what we're doing here. That's exactly what they did over the last year. Brenton Moncrief, who is joining me here, the VP of Sales and Marketing. People don't know this, but you guys are everywhere. The PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. You guys were at spring training. The Suns, and you've had a partnership with the Suns for years, all helping them get adjusted to this year, and you continue to do so, as well as helping out people with their personal business.
Right, yeah, thanks for having us today. We're really excited about the opportunity. And yeah, as you put it, we help lots of people, from huge organizations to individual artists, to produce work that helps people to share information, to share inspiration, and to share just imagery in the case of the artists.
Yeah, and we're just taking a look at some of the stuff you have here in this room, where you either have paintings or you have images put out. We even have the cutouts that you see here over in the in this table setting area, where it has like the PlayStation cutouts that you had from before. The whole thing is, you guys had to pivot and get this going, but it was right up your alley. This is things you've been doing around the valley for years.
Yeah, and I think in our industry, obviously the pandemic hit so many people so hard. We basically put a colorant on a substrate, and then we cut that substrate into different forms. That's what the cutouts are, right? They start as a square, we do the cutouts, and we do the printing. And in the case of social distancing, what we did is we were able to pivot and start to talk about producing actual PPE devices. So we did masks, we did shields, and we also, as we're going to show you in a moment, actually did some of the dividers and the social distancing technologies.
Yes, as Arnold is showing you as we start to go into this room here, the dividers you were talking about. Now, you may want to gather some of these people that you really want to social distance from, because there's a lot of these people that you really don't want to sit next to. But I will tell you, this is what it looked like after the morning show. We'd get together like this and have a meeting. We haven't done that in a long time. Everything's all WebEx now, but look at, you have the dividers here, of course, the boss is at the head of the table as well.
Yes, and so what we wanted to show was as the pandemic has evolved, so has some of the technology. So early on, it was very quick and simple things in terms of these dividers, perfect for a school setting. The more typical acrylic that people have seen in a retail environment. In this case, you've got acrylic, but it's frosted, so this gives us some privacy. So if we're setting up, as you folks were in Glendale this morning, I've got privacy in a medical setting, not acoustically, but at least visually. So the other thing we've seen a tremendous amount of growth with in the recent past is, as you add all of these things that reflect sound, all of a sudden acoustics become very difficult, and people are complaining about noise. And so for Imagecraft, we've got things like acoustic wallpaper, which is in the other room.
Oh, yeah.
We have these dividers. This artwork actually has sound-absorbing materials behind it so that it actually captures a lot of the sound. And again, with these acoustic dividers, the beauty here is it's got form and function, so it's a very attractive looking piece, but I suddenly have a quick ad hoc meeting and I need some privacy. I can swing it around, and I again have some physical spacing. I can bring it back around. And
yeah, nobody puts baby in a corner. When we come back in the next hour, Brent, we'll get into more of what you guys do in the shop and show a little bit more of this. So, guys, do you guys remember this, when we used to do this, have our meetings with everybody together and everybody talking? And oh, I miss everybody. Hi, Jamie, how are you? And then, talk about, hey, what up, Hop? Sharing food, show love. What's up?
Right? Oh, that was a surprise, Gibby.
Man, and then the box.